sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. They go play action with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's open. Drive. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Finding Ertz again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
44, Mike, 44. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 44.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 44, Mike, 44.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that
And this time he is in. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From midfield now, Lawrence flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. That caught by Manhertz. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Murray now on first down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Edmonds. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Again, it's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Robert Alford. And the Cards will take over here at their own 12-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On first down, Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On third down, they run with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. But they only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Edmonds. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 14. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Choke. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
That's caught, and he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Taken in at the 3. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side.
go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dwayne Smoot, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think this is worth remembering. There's plenty of time left on the clock. So that means you don't necessarily need a big home run ball. You can still run your offense and look to take 15 to 20 yards at a time.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. This is Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
On play action, Lawrence. Right back to Chenault. This time he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Edmonds. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.